Hello, people. I woke up, I don't know, like an hour ago. I've just been having some coffee and watch TV. But I think it's time to kind of get to work a little bit, do something, make myself useful in this world. So, gonna do some readings. Let me light my candle. I love this candle. It's so cute. Chica, hello. We always manage to find each other. Can I vent about something? I thought about talking about this, but you know, I have to go to work tomorrow, and I've been really frustrated lately. I work in a coffee shop, and this is you're gonna think this is such like a nothing problem, and it's not a big deal, but it is really frustrating having to deal with this. So at my work, we have two coffee brewers, and then we have a really big brewer for like iced coffee and iced tea. But for the hot coffee, we have these two brewers, and so at any time we can make regular or decaf or the dark roast, like you know, and it's but one of them has been broken for weeks now. It's been, I think, maybe 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks that this brewer has been broken. Just absolutely doesn't work. And I'm gonna lose my mind. Well, like, okay, so I think we should just order a new one. I mean, because those brewers are probably older than me. Actually, no, that's not true. Some of the stuff in that restaurant is probably older than me, but the brewers they can't be that old. But anyway, it's really hard when you're serving like a gazillion people every day, and you can only use one brewer because only one has been working. And on top of that, we have these big urns that we brew coffee into. And when I first started working for Dunkin' back when I was 17, we had the carafes, and you know it was kind of more old school back then. And the coffee back in the day, the coffee was only good for 20 minutes until it expired. But nowadays at a Dunkin', you have these big urns, and it keeps the coffee fresh for 90 minutes, a lot longer than when I was 17. You know, honestly, I throw it. I if there's any coffee left over, I'll throw it away after 1 hour, because they say it's good for 90 minutes, but I just don't trust that. So I just throw it away after an hour if there's any left. Usually we go through it though. But there's on the urns, there's a little light. And if it's blue, it means the coffee's still good to drink. If it's yellow, that means there's 7 minutes left until the coffee expires. And if the light turns red, it's expired coffee. You have to throw it away. But fuck, even the urns are like broken. Like the lights aren't working on almost all of them. Like I can't stand it. Like, I don't know. And honestly, it's not my manager's fault. My manager is an angel. She's a really good Christian woman. She really does try to get this stuff fixed. She tries to order what we need, but it's her boss. So even the higher up won't, because she has to go out of budget to get certain things fixed, and they want her to stay within a budget. So I just want to kill somebody. It's not my manager's fault. It's her boss that's being a problem. But I mean, honestly, the people that own that Dunkin' Donuts, they're getting rich. It costs about 30 cents to make a large iced coffee with cream and sugar. And you know what we sell them for? 406. I mean, it is an insane amount of profit for every cup of coffee that we sell. You know, like the owners have the money, okay? Like they're getting rich and paying me $17 an hour while they're fucking living large. Like why? It's bad enough. I'm practically a slave for you. So why can't you at least make sure I have what I need to do the job well? Like, you know what I mean? Ugh, I just can't. This hot coffee situation at my work is really frustrating me. And I'm going to have to go there tomorrow, Saturday, probably the second busiest day of the week. And most likely there will only be one brewer, all the urns, none of the lights are working on the urns. Like, whatever. Anyway, it's like, oh, well, we just ran out of regular coffee. So obviously it's 8 in the morning on a Saturday. So I have to make sure I'm brewing regular coffee. But then, someone just ordered decaf. And the only decaf that we have is expired. We obviously can't sell that. So now this person is going to have to wait 5 minutes for the regular coffee to brew, and then she's going to have to wait another 3 minutes for the decaf to brew. At that point, I would just say, ma'am, do you want a refund? Because I doubt you're going to want to sit here that long. Just, you know what I mean? You could just go, there's a Dunkin' literally across the street that you could go to and get it faster. It's just ridiculous. Like, oh my God. I remember a couple years ago when I was working there, I called it, what I called it? The, oh, I came up with a name for it. It was like the great shortage of 2024. Yeah, I think that's what I called it. For about 2 or 3 weeks, there was so much stuff that we were always out of. It's like you would walk into work, sorry, we don't have any large ice cups today. Like, oh, we don't have any medium ice lids. We're out of eggs. We're out of sausage. Like for 2 or 3 weeks, we I would go into work every day, and there were just so many things we just didn't have because those motherfuckers won't let my boss order what she needs. But it's like, how stupid could you be? Like, I get there's a budget and people need to like, you know, you have to stay within the budget. But if you absolutely need certain things just to actually run the business, like get what you need. Like I get it. You don't want to spend excessive money, but you have to spend the money that you have to spend. Because then I'm in the situation where I have to explain to these people, sorry, I can't really make you a large iced coffee because I don't have the cup. Is a medium okay? And then they're looking at you like, are you serious? Like, anyway, I'm going to stop talking about this. I do love working there, just as long as everything's working and like we got what we need. But I shouldn't have to. I'm being paid like a slave. I shouldn't have to deal with like ridiculousness. Anyway, yeah. Let's start talking about spooky, mystical stuff. See, now I need a drink. I made myself my second cup of coffee because I thought I would have one more cup of coffee before I start drinking liquor, booze. But now I just want booze. I'm a little frustrated. By the way, Shirley, I don't even think I said hi to you. So I know you've been there the whole time, but I didn't even say hi because I was in the middle of a rant. It's just so stupid. Yes, I'm done. I'm done ranting, and I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll go into work tomorrow and everything will be fixed, and there's nothing to worry about. But anyway, I'm done talking about that. Okay, I'm gonna light some incense. Let me see. What do I want to light? I'm gonna light one of these ones. These ones are really good. Oh, so good. Let's get the energy going. Oh, you like that? Yeah. I used to have a pet snail until I killed it by accident. And I think I know why it died. Um, it was really a painting of my snail. I had a pet snail named Quickie, but um, last year I went on a cruise. Right around this time last year, I went on a cruise to Bermuda, and I was going to be gone for a week, so I put this tablet in his tank, and it was supposed to not only be food, but it was supposed to kind of keep the water fresh and clean. Um, but I think since it was such a small tank, I think that tablet must have been made for a bigger tank. And I think I remember reading when I got home and saw the snail dead. I think I read on the package, and it was made for like a bigger tank. So I think I poisoned my poor snail. Yikes. Oops. I missed that snail. I will get another snail at some point in the future, and I won't be such a moron next time. Um, what was I even thinking? Snails are so cute when they're eating food. Like I would feed my snail beta food, like those little pellets that you would feed a beta fish, and you can see the snail's little mouth open up and just envelop the piece of food, and um, you know, it was just so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's a spirit in here. So I have a money tree over there, and something kind of just hit it. I heard something, and it was a leaf falling off of that money tree. But then when I looked at the money tree, it was kind of like bouncing up and down. Um, huh, like something touched it or hit it. Yeah, I'm gonna get another snail. Um, just be a little smarter about it next time. Anyway, ooh, I want to drink. I have to do laundry today. My three favorite work shirts are all dirty, so I just want to make sure they're nice and clean. Um, no, I'm really not familiar with many tarot decks. The only one I ever use is the Rider Waite deck. That's the only one I use, and it's probably the only one that I'll. It's probably the only one that I'll ever use. Um, I mean, I know there are so many decks out there, and so many of them are very beautiful, and I'm sure many of them are very powerful too. But like it does kind of take a long time to study one deck. I mean, it's taken me years to get as good with this deck as I've gotten, and I don't. I the thought of having to start all over and relearn a new deck is just, ugh, I can't do it. No, let me look that up. Let me see. So, what? Just like the cover of the deck? Hmm, interesting. Very modern. Oh, hang on. Let me look up that one in particular. Um, that is very cool. I do like that card a lot. That's a very powerful image, but anyway. It's like a spiral staircase going down into someone's mind. Definitely ways to read into that. I mean, honestly, this is going to sound terrible. I did love my snail, but when I found him dead, I wasn't that upset. I mean, he was only like a $3 snail, and he's a snail. He's not like a puppy that died. Um, I mean, I do miss my snail, and I'm gonna get another one, but I wasn't not that upset. Like, it is sad that I killed a living thing. Although, rewind to yesterday morning when I was stepping on a bunch of ants in my living room because my apartment is being invaded by these tiny little ants, you know? And I just have to kill them all. I run around with like disinfectant spray and I just spray them all and it kills them. Making me crazy. Ay, ay, ay. God, when's the last time I took a shower? Oh my God, it's Friday morning, and I think the last time I showered was Tuesday morning. I really need to clean up today. Don't tell me what to do. I'll get to it eventually. I do want to kind of clean up a little bit, like a scrub. Well, I'm gonna have to. Um, hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, Shirley. Hang on. I'm like not paying attention. Okay, what do you see coming in for me and improving my business in the next 30 days for getting new students? Meeting a nice guy who treats me well or someone from my past? Okay, let's focus on the business side of things. Where's my vape? Hmm. Could have sworn I brought my vape over here. Oh, I see it. Okay, anyway, Shirley's business. What do we need to know? I mean, Shirley, I certainly see you making money. So, I kind of see that you're going to be making either the same amount that you've been making, or there might actually be an increase in the amount of money you've been making. But I'm certainly seeing money. Um, and I think this is pretty standard advice. with this card, I'm seeing just use your voice, speak up, make sure you put the message out there that you have this business and you know why it's so great. Um, I definitely see with this card in reverse, you're not doing totally what you have to do to really put the message out into the universe that you have this business. So, advertisement. Um, there needs to be more of that. And also, I feel like there's at least one other person. It might be two people or more, but there's someone else that you have to be working closely with if you want the business to improve. There's someone that you have to bring into the fold, and you already have a clear idea of who that person is, but there's definitely something about that. Okay. Okay. Oh God. I'm getting my tattoo this Monday. I'm so excited. Memorial Day. I have to go to the bank today and withdraw some cash. So I want to have cash on me when I get my tattoo. Maybe I should just pay with a debit card. You know what? I think I'll take a little bit of cash out so I can give her a cash tip, but I'll probably just pay with my card. Yeah, my money situation's not bad for some reason. I don't know how. I mean, listen, I'm certainly not rich at all, not even friggin' close. But I mean, I have a little money in the bank. Um, it's good enough for me. All right. Hopefully, I have a lot more money someday. Right. What does Charles think about me? Let me see. Okay. What does Charles think about Chica? So, Chica, something is not right here. Um, Chica, I'm seeing a lot of negativity in this reading, and I have to assume I feel like something went wrong between you and Charles because I'm thinking his attitude towards you is kind of negative. So, I mean, and certainly, hmm. And whenever I see this card in reverse, I think of being unimpressed. So, I mean, not sure how that fits in, but to answer your question, it doesn't really look good. So, um, actually, you know what my advice to you is? Show off your talents to him. For example, next time you see him, if you're really good at singing, out of nowhere, sing a little bit of a tune and I don't know, or show him some kind of art that you made, or make it known that you have some kind of talent. Because I think that would draw him closer to you. Um, you know, because I think there would have to be a reason that I mean, I can't just say like, oh, he doesn't like you, moving on. Um, I have to give you some kind of advice where you could take this and switch it around. So instead of seeing these cards in reverse, the reason these cards are coming up in reverse is because it's a sign of what to do to make it change, right? Of course. Bien sûr. Oui, 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 oui. Hi, Emma. How you doing? I'm good, thank you. Um, can I please get a general? Okay, Emma. Emma, Emma, Emma. Okay, Emma. Well, there's a definite theme in this reading of letting something go. And what I'm getting is that um, and honestly, what I'm thinking from this is that there's someone in your life who I think passed away, and it was from a very unexpected thing. So I'm assuming some kind of accident or something. And certain things about it you've made peace with, but there's still some things that you really can't seem to get over. Um, I think the general for you is when it comes to this person, you really just have to let it go. You know, it's good that you'll always love this person, and I kind of feel like it's a girl, but or a female energy, but it's really time to just let it go completely. Absolutely, just move on. She'll always be with you in spirit, and um, she lives in your memory. She does live in some other dimension now, but she's always going to be part of you, right? But it's really time to just let it go and move on. Anyway, will I be moving by the end of the year? Let me see. I need to go make a cocktail. Okay, will I be moving by the end of the year? I'm going to answer Brittany's question, and then I'm going to go make a drink, and then I'll just be right back. I have these crackers on my desk, and they're probably stale by now. I opened them up yesterday. They're probably not good. Will Brittany be moving by the end of the year? I don't think so, Brittany. I don't think you're going to be ready by the end of the year, which kind of tells me it's a money issue. Um, And also, there's some kind of conflict going on in your life that's certainly not going to help the situation. But anyway, all right. Hi, Aisha. I will answer your question in just a minute. I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go make myself a little drink, and just give me 1 minute. Okay, and I'm back. Okay, Aisha. Aisha, are you still here? Um, Hello. Do you see my sister-in-law, Atika, not honest and loyal to my brother? All right. So, is your sister-in-law being honest and loyal to your brother? Easy question to answer. Okay. So, Aisha, what I'm seeing is that your sister in law and your brother have really been through some devastating things together. Um, but I definitely think she's a good person. I think your sister in law is very honest and loyal. Um, and I can definitely see in these cards that the marriage is kind of rocky right now because I have three cards. Two are upright. The one that's in reverse is the Four of Wands, which tells me that the marriage is kind of in on rough ground right now. But I mean, if he's a good person and she's a good person, I kind of would guess that things are going to end up working out in the end. Um, anyway, literally, I'm a psychopath. I woke up today at like 2:45 in the morning. I had some coffee. Now it's only 4:17 in the morning, and I'm about to start drinking liquor. Who in their right mind does that? Oh my god. Okay. I mean, oh god. I'm getting my gavel. Do you want me to get my gavel? I don't get it. Like, oh no. Don't make me do it. You know I want to. Okay. I mean, I don't get it. You seem to have already made up your mind about what the answer to the question was. So I'm not sure why you even asked. Like, I don't understand. Hi, Scorpio Brit. Do you see a pregnancy in my future? I'm single, by the way, but just curious. All right. Yeah, Scorpio Brit. I definitely see pregnancy, and I definitely see love in this reading. A lot of love. I do think the pregnancy will be unexpected. I don't think you're gonna. I don't think it's really gonna be a planned thing, but it will be with someone that you really like. So, snaps. Okay, I can clearly see that in this reading. What's up, Jeebus? Why? What the? So, Jeebus, you want to know why these two don't get along? Okay. I mean, Jeebus, I don't get it. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but they are kind of cordial to each other, right? I don't. I mean, I do think that they're coming from very different places. I think they have very different opinions, but what I gather from this reading is that they are nice to each other. Maybe they don't. They're not big fans of each other, but at least they're pleasant to each other. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in this. Um, I mean, I don't think the energy between them is perfect because I do think they just have very different opinions about life, how to go about things. And maybe that causes some friction, but I mean, I don't know. Anyway, ugh, I want to throw up. Oh, that last cigarette just made me nauseous. Ugh, yikes. Okay. Oh, last night, I started to have, um, you know, I mean, I don't even really want to call it a panic attack because it really wasn't that bad. I mean, I've always called them panic attacks, but lately it is like one of the episodes I get, but it wasn't that bad. Like lately, they haven't been that bad. Because what happens to me is once or twice a week, and it can last for hours. But what happens is I lose control of my eyes. I can't really control my eye movements, and I get really anxious. It's just these weird things that happen to me sometimes. Um, but lately, it's like I do lose control of my eyes, but the anxiety hasn't been that bad. Like I don't know. It seems to be improving, but it still kind of happens, which sucks. So I don't know. Don't really know what to think about that. I'm gonna go grab my vape. Give me 1 second. I actually saw an eye doctor about a month ago. I had an eye exam, and because I wanted to get contact lenses because I had run out. So I saw an eye doctor. She didn't really say anything, so I'm assuming there was nothing wrong with my eyes. I think it's like a magic thing. I mean, I really don't think a doctor is going to be able to fix my problem. Um, I think it's just like a magical destiny thing. Um, I do think I think it's going to go away someday, and I can't wait. But I really believe I'm not always going to have this problem. Maybe just for some reason I had to have this problem when I did, and um, but if it does go away, um, I'm probably going to go back to school and learn something, get some kind of degree in something, and then I can get like a grown-up's job. I do like working at the coffee shop, but it's really like a kid's job. It's not like something. Oh, it's funny because children typically suck at that job. So I say children, like teenagers and stuff. They usually are very lazy. I wasn't like that. I started working for Dunkin' when I was 17, and I was a really hard worker. I mean, I worked really hard at that place. Those people were Satan. The first Dunkin' I worked at, those people were so evil. Like the managers and stuff. Just terrible, terrible people. I mean, I was literally a 17-year-old, and I worked mostly night shifts, and I would clean constantly. I was constantly cleaning places that never got cleaned by anyone else. I would I would scrub the place top to bottom, every nook and cranny. I always kept myself busy, and they were very childish to me. They were grown people that would screw with my head. They literally played mind games with me, and I was just a little 17-year-old child. That's mature. Um, Hi Q, what's up? Yeah, totally. One time I was like, I was in. I keep in mind, I'm a 17-year-old kid, right? and I was in the back room at the table. Maybe I was counting money, or maybe I was doing portions or something. But the manager came up to me and she was like, Marco, with a smile on her face, she was like, Marco, you're fired. I literally almost started to cry. Like tears were forming in my eyes because I couldn't believe it. I mean, after all I had done for that place, which they never gave me a raise. They refused to do that, and I did ask, but she was like, Marco, you're fired. And then all of a sudden she burst into laughter and she was like, just kidding. Just kidding. As I'm about to cry. Like, yeah. God, I hope that woman just fucking drops dead. Anyway. Um, like, that's not funny. I remember back then, I think I was getting paid like $7 an hour. This is back in 2011 when minimum wage was a lot less. $7 an hour. One day, I asked for a raise. They wouldn't. They just said no. Not even a penny. Not even a nickel. They gave me nothing. What a bunch of fucks. Well, I cursed them all and I wish nothing good for them. You know, fucking sick town I grew up in. The town I grew up in is so demented. I remember once my brother got, because the cops in that town have absolutely nothing to do. So they're just shit stirrers. Like the police in that town are so evil. My brother one time got a speeding ticket for going 3 miles over the limit. Yeah. Um, I don't get it. Like, get a life. Get a fucking life. Ooh, this drink is good. Ah, whatever. It's in my past. They can all choke. I'm in a better place now. I'm pretty sure this is the afterlife, and it's fine. I mean, it's cool. I'm for sure dead. There's no way I made it through all that. No, there's no way. But this is fine. I mean, it's nice here. Skyping in from heaven, we have Marco the Mystic. Yeah, it's nice here. Because, it's all right. What do you mean Skype got shut down? There's no more Skype anymore? Wait a minute. What? Are you for real? Shut up. Skype went out of business? Huh. Oh. Well, what are people going to use now? Why don't I know about that? That's so weird. You think I would have heard about that? Yeah, at some point today, um, I really need to put a video on my channel and just talk about private readings. I haven't done a private reading in probably like 2 years. It's been forever. But lately, I've sort of come up with a price, like the prices that I want to do, and um, how I'm gonna like facilitate them. Um, I have to make a video talking about like how much I'm charging and how I'm gonna do it. I was thinking you can get a reading either by finding me on Instagram, and we can have like a video chat on Instagram and we can do the reading that way, or you can find me on Facebook and we can do the reading through that. Um, I really want to start doing that though. It's just hard because it's some like uh, it's a little sketchy because that's something I would have to schedule. Like we'd have to set up a time, and I just never know if I'm gonna be feeling good or not. So you know, it would just kind of suck if I promised someone, oh, it's gonna be Thursday at 6 p.m. and all of a sudden I'm um, I don't know, too drunk or I'm like having a panic attack and then I can't really do it. I don't know. I just have to maybe try to be good about that. But I mean, it's not a big deal. I could always just tell the person I have to reschedule, and if they don't want to reschedule, I could just give them their money back. But I guess I don't know. You miss 100%. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So, um, I want just changing the topic slightly. Um, there's a tarot card reader named Susan Grayson on YouTube. I really, really, really like her. She has really good energy. She's a better person than I am, for sure. But I want to get a private reading from her. I don't know what she charges, but I mean, it's not as if it's going to be like $1,000. Like I know, I mean, but tarot card readings are very expensive. Usually, I mean, I'm not going to charge that much, but um, I mean, I get it. Tarot card readings are expensive when you get them done by someone like a professional, but it is really expensive. But also, people need to pay bills. So, you know, like if I wasn't getting disability checks, if I really needed to make more money, then I would charge more. But I mean, I'm just kind of in the situation right now where it's not like all that important that I make a ton of money, you know? I don't know. Like I'm definitely in the situation where I don't have to charge that much. Like, you know. But it is kind of fun to make some money doing something like this. What's up, Silverback? How you doing? I'm doing good, by the way. Oh God. Just got a pain in my head. I should light some more incense. Oh my God. A few days ago, I went live and I was live. I forget how long. I think it was like, let's say it was like 3 hours. I was like so overwhelmed because I must have answered like 200 questions in that 3 hours. Like it was really busy in the chat room. It was like question after question. They just kept coming and coming. I know because when I go live, I like it the most when I get to sort of give a reading and then just like chit chat with you guys and just talk about nonsense, and then like give another reading, and then chit chat more. It is kind of, I do kind of hate it when I have to just answer question after question after question without any, like, you know, I mean, sometimes it is really fun answering questions because I don't know, sometimes it seems like really interesting the way things kind of come out. Um, I do often get, like, I'll see a question that someone's posted and I'll just get this feeling like, I don't know, like a bad feeling about it. Like this is either nonsense or I don't know. I answer it anyway. I'm sure I'm going to say something useful to somebody, but I definitely, like, I'll see a question, I'll be like, this feels not good. I always answer them though. Even if I have a bad feeling about it, I still answer it because at the end of the day, I don't really know. And just, I might just be judgmental or something. Anyway. Chika, your question was about a guy, right? That you just asked. It was like, how does this person feel about me or something? Or what does he think about me? Is my relationship going to end up being stable and in marriage? Okay, easy to answer. Some things are kind of hard to answer, although somehow I always end up saying something, but that's easy. Silverback, honestly, I don't see much of a future with this person that you're talking about. And it's because of really, like, big things that would end up keeping you apart. Maybe it's, um, I mean, I don't know. There's like really fundamental things about each of your lives that are way too conflicting. Um, and I just think it's never going to end up being something super serious because, for example, you live way too far apart, or something else kind of extreme. Um, anyway. Okay, Yashi. Um, Well, I mean, Yashi, based on what you told me in your question, I mean, you're still friends with this person. Um, so I mean, the energy is good, but I mean, I kind of what I'm seeing happening, what's to come, is just not much of you guys hanging out. So I'm assuming, based on this reading and based on what you told me, that you're definitely internet friends, but I don't see much happening in person. So whatever that, however you want to take that. Um, oh, ouch. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not seeing any kind of tragedy in this reading. I'm not seeing any kind of. It just doesn't look that great. I mean, I have three cards, they're all in reverse, and it just doesn't. This doesn't look that exciting. It doesn't look like anything big or interesting. Um, I don't know. Oh, and by the way, the deck that I use is the Rider Waite deck. It's the only one I ever really use. You know, when I first started reading tarot cards, I was using a deck called, I forget how to actually say it. I think it's the Dark Angels tarot deck. It was like all angels, but it was very gothic and dark and moody. All the cards. It's honestly not that great of a deck, but it's what I bought and it's what I was using at first. But then I definitely feel like the Rider Waite deck is it's a really good one, and I do really like it. I'm sure there probably are better decks out there, but I'm fucking not going to have to relearn how to use a whole new deck. I'm not doing that. No, absolutely not. I can't. I barely want to be here. Like honestly, I God. Yashi, where do you live? You're in Japan, right? I always feel like I'm asking you if you're from Japan, and I never remember what you end up telling me. I know I've asked you where you're from, like I think maybe 3 or 4 times. I like I don't know why certain things. India, okay, God, the name Yashi kind of sounds Japanese, and I did know at the very least that you weren't from the States. So, India, got it. Is it? Am I right to say that tarot cards are very big in India, right? I mean, they are a thing in the States, but not with that many people. Um, I would love to be a tarot card reader at some like place, like an actual building. Um, in the town over, there's a place, Regina Russell's Tea Room, and I think you can. I know they do tarot card readings there, but you can probably also do like tea leaf readings. I actually got a job there. They actually hired me. I think I was like 25 at the time, something like that. I was much younger, and they hired me, but I never started. I kind of quit before I even started, and I think the reason is because um, she wanted. She must have. I must have told her at some point that I know nothing about astrology, and so she gave me this piece of paper that had a basic summary of each astrological sign, and I couldn't memorize it. I just think that stuff is such nonsense, and I can never seem to memorize that stuff. Like, I can't. Ugh. And I think I just gave up on it because it's kind of sad because the piece of paper was not that big. Like, she was not asking me to memorize the Bible. She was just asking me to memorize a little blurb about each zodiac sign, and I just gave up on it. I think now, as a 31-year-old, I would probably put in more effort and really make sure to memorize it. But um, although honestly, I would probably just like memorize it, but never actually apply it to what I'm doing anyway. So, you know. I mean, listen, I don't know. I believe in like infinite possibilities. So I don't believe in putting people in boxes. I feel like that's what astrology is all about. You're like, you're telling people things about themselves, and you're saying, oh, because you were born on this day in this year in this place, this is what you're going to be like forever. And I just know for a fact that magic will always surprise you. You never kind of know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. You don't know who you're going to be or what you're going to do. Um, I don't know. I just think people can always change. Like, no one's stuck in a box. But I mean, I totally like I believe miracles can happen. I believe, crazy things can happen. I feel like astrology is just the one thing I can't really understand. It just doesn't make much sense to me. Honestly, magic makes a lot of sense to me. Like miracles and the supernatural, like that stuff makes sense to me. But like astrology just doesn't make sense to me. I have a huge problem with that. Um, and I tried, a few years ago, I bought an astrology book. It's probably like 300 pages or something, and it talks about like, I don't know, whatever, like the signs and the houses, and all that stuff. I think I read like 2 pages of it, and then I was like, "This is so stupid," and I just like never picked it up again. Maybe I should try to learn about it. I don't know. I should try to learn and be open to it. Maybe. I'm really lazy though. I hate having to learn something new. I hate having to learn things. I just want to drink and just do stuff that just doesn't matter. I like bullshit. I love bullshit. I love talking about dumb shit. Ugh, I hate talking about serious stuff. I just want to drink and be a slob on camera for all you guys. um, oh yeah, I love astronomy. You know, time and space and the stars, and I love that stuff. I don't know much about it, but I think that stuff is cool and like it's pretty and um, you know, time, space, dimension. I love that shit. I totally believe in aliens. Totally. Like Avatar is a documentary. I'm just saying. Mermaids, they gotta be real. I mean, if I'm real, why wouldn't a mermaid be real? I mean, I've never seen a mermaid, but I know for sure that it's somewhere out there. Maybe not on this planet, but certainly somewhere there are mermaids. Super hot dudes that have a fish tail or something. And women too, you know. Um, I just feel like if you can imagine it, it's true somewhere in some dimension, you know? It has to be. Absolutely. Things just manifest, you know? I wish I was rich. Oh, Yashi, let me show you something. You're going to think this is cool. Okay, hang on. Hang on. So, Yashi, you might have seen me show this before, but I don't know, so I'm going to show it again. So, a couple, it's like a month or two ago, I went to my local witchy store just to get a couple things, and I saw this. This was right next to the cash register, and I bought it. It's $1 million bill. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's like some kind of paper that's really thick and waxy, and it's like really shiny. On that side, it's the Statue of Liberty, and on the other side, it's it's supposed to look like money. Um, but I bought this because I mean, obviously, I'm assuming this is supposed to like help you manifest money or something, like wealth. Um, um, but it's really pretty, and I just think it's a cool thing. And I'm really hoping it works. You know, I would love to be just fucking filthy, disgusting rich. But how would I ever get to that point? Like, I have no clue how I would get from point A to point B. Like, I have no clue how I would manifest that. But it's nice to dream. Hello. God. You know, I have no game plan. I really don't. But What do you want from me? I have a disability. And I think it will go away someday, and then I'll be able to like pursue something in life. But until that happens, it's going to be a lot of the same stuff going on for me. But we'll see. We'll see in the end. I don't know. Well, they say I'm schizophrenic, which is not really a problem. Um, I just honestly think that giving someone the title of schizophrenia is a way to kind of invalidate the magical experiences that a person has. That's my opinion. Probably honestly spot on the truth, but um, you know, but that's not really a problem for me anyway. It's not as if, I mean, well, whatever. But um, it's really, I have some kind of weird like panic attack disorder or something. That's actually the only thing that's keeping me from like pursuing better things in life. Um, that's why I love my boss so much because I cannot tell you how many times I had to leave work early or just call out completely, or I had to show up late because I was in the middle of a panic attack. And I can't work when I'm like that because I just can't even form thoughts. But you know, my boss has put up with a lot from me, and she's still always so nice to me. She's like, I don't know, I talk about her a lot just because she's such a good thing in my life. You know, I wish she was my mom. I mean, she's only like 8 years older than me, but I mean, like I've met her son. Um, her son's been through some stuff, but like I just wish because I'm not a big fan of my mother, honestly. My mother is really hard to talk to sometimes, most of the time, actually. It's just hard because sometimes I really want to call my mom, but like I can't. I can't. I mean, I don't know. You know, I have had really good conversations with my mom, like really fun, funny conversations with her. And that's what I tend to think about. Like if I'm in the mood to call her, it's because I'm just thinking about the really good times that we had. But in all probability, that's not what I'm going to get if I call her. You know, it's like you kind of think about just the good stuff and you ignore the bad stuff. But there's like a 95% chance that if I was to call her, it would just be so much doom and gloom and politics and just nauseating fucking things that I would have to listen to. And then like have to like participate in and I can't. I cannot. God. Like when people start talking about politics, and I'm not kidding when I say this, I get sick. Whether you're talking about the left or the right or whatever you're talking about, I get sick from it. Nauseous and just sick to my stomach. Like I can't. I can't. I'm that's so not the dimension that I want to live in and I can't. And I'm not going to. I do talk. I haven't spoken to my mother in months and months. I do talk to my dad a lot, but my dad, he talks about politics sometimes, but not that much. And my dad is honestly a lot funnier than my mom. My mom is funny, but she's very Christian. Like I've never heard her swear. I've never seen her smoke a cigarette. I've never seen her drunk. But she's like one of those Christians that's like super religious, but also kind of racist. You know what I'm talking about. But she's one of those. So, ugh, ugh, ugh. I really don't know how I feel about Christianity. I mean, first of all, the entire religion makes no sense. Like, I know that, like, when you're talking about God or magic or things that are supernatural, you really have to have an open mind. But at the same time, I feel like things have to make at least a little sense, at least a little bit. Just give me a little bit of logic. And there's absolutely no sense to Christianity. The entire religion is absolute nonsense. You know what I mean? I mean, I like it's good to teach people forgiveness and compassion, and that's wonderful. But whatever. But I think it's also very toxic too. Um, anyway, I mean, I yeah, I'm not really religious, but I'm very spiritual. Um, like I do spells, I do the witchy thing, I do witchcraft and stuff. And I don't know if that stuff does anything. It probably does. It probably does something in this fucking universe. But the thing that I love the most about doing spells and stuff is just thinking about energy, like thinking about different possibilities and the way energy moves and flows. It's just, I mean, I'm only a person. Like, I love it's just even just thinking about like what could possibly be happening is just a lot of fun. It's and it's very crafty. I like the doing something with my hands. I yes, I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Um, is it still raining? It rained all day yesterday. I love the rain. It's a real thing. Rain. Love it. Shut up. You hate thunder? I love thunder. I love lightning and thunder and wind and rain. It just makes me feel some kind of power. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. I wish for it. Like yesterday, it was raining all day and it was also very windy. And I'm like, please, come on, bring on some thunder and lightning. And ooh, love that. Although there was one time, this was probably like, I don't know, like 2 years ago. I was on the phone with my mom. It was later in the day, so it was nighttime, and it was pouring outside. And I was on the I was on the phone with my mom, and all of a sudden, it sounded like it came from the sky right above me. It was the loudest crash of thunder I have ever heard in my whole life, and I screamed on the phone. Probably like deafened my mother, but that was funny. That was really funny. I've never heard thunder so loud in my life. And it sounded like it was right above me. And obviously, at the same time, you just see the sky light up with lightning. But it's so cool. I love it. Amazing. And I always think of that scene, like the movie The Craft, which is one of my favorite movies. I don't know. I don't like to play favorites, but let me just say I love the movie The Craft. And there's that scene when they're on the beach trying to invoke God, and all of a sudden Nancy, the kind of evil witch, um, she gets struck by lightning. You know, and it's kind of mind bending because it makes you think, well, what is lightning anyway? And like, I don't know, just the drama of it. I love it. Um, and by the way, Nancy, I feel bad for her. You know, she is the antagonist in that movie, and they make her out to be like an evil witch, but I think whatever power she got sort of corrupted her, because I think before that, before she became essentially a god, she like truly became a god. And but before that happened, she was really just a troubled person. Like I don't think she was evil. Um but I don't know. Although Sarah, the good witch, she invoked the same power, and it didn't corrupt her. So, you know, and in that witch that works in the store, that um whatever, but the one that Sarah consulted, she said that Nancy takes it to a dark place. So because Sarah, that other good witch was trying to tell Sarah that she needs to also invoke the spirit. She has to get more powerful if she wants to go up against Nancy. And Sarah was really Sarah was nervous about that because she didn't want to end up corrupted like Nancy. But I don't know. I mean, it is a movie, but also like look around. That could happen, actually. Every single thing you saw in that movie could happen. It's not as if, let me put it this way, everything that happened in the movie The Craft, to say that it might happen or it could happen or it's possible, that's not a ridiculous thought. You know what I mean? Given that we live in this world and, you know, I'm on a computer right now talking to people across the world, I don't think it's that ridiculous that something crazy could happen. I mean, the fact that the universe exists to begin with is like a mind fuck, and it's something that I don't want to like think about too much because I think I'll just have a breakdown or something. I mean, that's a lot to take in, but anyway. Isn't it kind of scary like when you involve yourself in the whole like witchy world, it is kind of terrifying sometimes because you kind of don't want to get too close to it. Like, yes, I love you and I'm gonna like play with it, but I like stay at a distance. You know what I mean? Am I making sense? Like you don't want to think about it too much because it's horrifying and it can almost come off as demented. Yashi, where did you see that? The shadows. Where did you see that? I want to talk about this. Shadows at night in a room. You know what's funny? I sleep with a nightlight. It's not that bright. It's just there's this thing that plugs into an outlet and it's just this very dim light. So, you know, when I'm sleeping at night, the room is not pitch black because that would terrify me. Like I don't know. Call me crazy, but I don't like not being able to see my own hand in front of my face. Um, well, I mean, Yashi, think of it this way. It was an experience. So you were in your room and you're having the experience that you're seeing shadows and it's scaring you. So you're not delusional. It's nothing crazy. Who knows? I mean, what was going on was that God was giving you an experience. So you were seeing these shadows and you were getting scared. That's, you know, try to nitpick whatever you want, but that is the experience that God gave you. Seeing shadows and getting scared. You know what I mean? It's kind of just that. Maybe you wanted that for some reason. Maybe you wanted to get scared. Maybe you like being scared sometimes. Maybe that was a gift to your future self, you know? If that had never happened to you, then we wouldn't be having this conversation right now, you know? I remember once, and I feel like nobody believes me, but a few years ago, I was living in a different town, a different city, and I was living with these two guys, and really late at night, it was probably literally like 1 in the morning. I was like, "Yo, we gotta go ghost hunting," because I wanted to make a video for my YouTube channel, and I thought it would be really cool to go ghost hunting, make a video of it, right? So the three of us guys, we went to a cemetery that was close by. It was like a 15-minute walk away. We walked to the cemetery, and this cemetery is in the middle of a city. So there are trees and stuff and grass and whatever, but all surrounding the cemetery, it's like developed, it's like a developed area. So, you know, I was filming and we're kind of joking around, but we're also kind of honest. We are ghost hunting, but we're also just having fun at the same time. And I'm filming, and off in the distance, beyond the cemetery, beyond the fence, where there's a sidewalk and streetlights and stuff, I saw it was in the shape of a person, but it was a shadow, and it was walking down the sidewalk. And I didn't film it. I was like, because I kind of couldn't believe what I was seeing. So, I was holding my phone filming, but my phone was pointed at, whatever. I don't remember. It was like pointed somewhere else. And I saw this, like, the figure of a person, but it was a shadow. It was walking down the sidewalk. And then it went behind a telephone pole. And then it didn't come out the other side. So it just kind of disappeared. And I was like, whoa, like it was cool. It was cool. I wasn't scared or anything. And plus, it was really far away. It must have been like half a football field away. But that was cool. And I immediately said it to my friends, and the two guys I was with, they probably didn't believe me, but um, that was cool. I love shit like that. That just makes for a really cool conversation with someone else. You know what I'm saying? I've had a ton of like wild experiences like that. I wish stuff like that happened more often. Although at the same time, if stuff like that happened too much, then I'd kind of, too much is too much. But, you know, I do kind of wish like crazy stuff like that would happen at least a little more often because it's really only like, It's probably only about like once a year or so that I see something insane like that. And although that's true too. I mean, if it happened all the time, then it wouldn't be special anymore. It wouldn't be exciting because it's just the emperor's new clothes. So I I get that too. Oh, my alarm's going off. I love drinking. I should do a spell today. I haven't done anything like that in a long time. Yeah, I would recommend that you probably shouldn't start. If you've never tried alcohol, you probably shouldn't start. Um, because you might the problem is you might like it too much. You know what I mean? I really love it, but if you get addicted to it, then it's just a lot of drama and you don't want that. So if you've never tried it, I would recommend that you don't start doing it. All right? That's me being a friend. Yeah. I mean, I always say this to young people, but like, it's really easy to not start something, but it's really hard to stop doing something that you fell in love with. So, like, young people, I always kind of give the same advice, which is like, don't start smoking. If you've never smoked before, like, don't start doing that. If you've never drank before, probably don't start doing it. It's really easy to not start it, but it's really hard to stop once you really like it a lot. Like, I mean, and plus, it's just money in your pocket if you don't have some kind of habit. Anyway. You know, I wish I never started drinking. I wish I never tried any of that stuff. I wish I never smoked. I wish I never did drugs. I wish I never drank alcohol. But it's my past. I am where I am right now, so I gotta kind of accept the way things are. This is my life. Bye, Yashi. Good talking to you. Yashi's been the only one talking for like, I don't even know how long, like 40 minutes or something. It's been dead in the chat room. What is it about today? I mean, it is early, but where is everybody? Anyway, All right. Well, this is almost empty. God. I'm gonna go make another drink and then probably end up passing out again. Oh well. I have to do laundry today. I have to go to the store. I have to go to the bank. I need to withdraw some cash for my tattoo because I mean I could go tomorrow, but my bank closes super early on Saturdays. It's not open at all on Sundays, and Monday is a holiday, and I'm getting my tattoo on Monday. So I have to kind of like figure out. Although I wonder, I don't know how that works. I know the bank will be closed most likely on Monday, but I wonder if I could still use the ATM. I'm not sure if I've ever pulled money out of an ATM. I mean, typically, if I want money, I would just go in the bank and like fill out one of those little pieces of paper and like get money from the teller. Mainly because I don't really know how to use the ATM. I mean, if I used it more often, I would get in the habit. But and plus, at my bank, one of the tellers is a really cute guy named. I'll just say his name. His name's Ryan, and he's gay. He's a gay guy. I've seen on Facebook Dating, which is like a dating service on Facebook. I've seen his profile. I've never given it a heart. I've never liked his profile because he's like my bank teller, and that would be really awkward if I'm like, hey. And plus, he's a lot cuter than I am, and I don't think he would actually want to like date me or whatever. He's cute though. The only guys that I hook up with are like they look like monsters. You should see these people that I hook up with. But what do you want from me? I look at me. It's not as if I could get someone who's like hot. I could never get like a hot guy. I look like something you would find living under a rock. So, okay, I kind of sort of have to date ugly people. Although I don't really date anyone, I just hook up with people. But I can really only hook up with ugly people because, I mean, shit, look at me. I look like a foot. I've made peace with it though. It's fine. I'm not bitter at all. Nope. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make a drink. Where the hell is everybody? Okay, well, nobody's here. It says that there's 0 people watching me, so I'm gonna try to stay entertaining, and I'm gonna talk about um, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I just when I made a drink just then, and I had to open up my freezer to grab some ice to put in my cocktail. And I get so excited because right now there are 2 frozen pizzas in my freezer, and it's just a really nice thing to see. I love frozen pizza. I mean, it's not as good as pizza that you would get at like a sub shop, but still, it's pretty good. And I fucking love frozen pizza. It's like a good thing, and you don't really have to do much. You just put it on a pan and put it in the oven for like 30 minutes, and then you have good food. Love it. People think that like frozen pizza came from like factories and all this stuff. You know where frozen pizza comes from? It comes from the freezer at the supermarket. That's where it originated. You know what I mean? I'm telling you right now. If you want to know where stuff comes from, just where you got it. That's where it came from. That's it. And I really don't care. You know what I should do tonight? I should have like a psychic night, you know? I haven't done that in forever. I'll do this thing where I have like a psychic session. So I have a journal. I keep it, where is it? Um, I don't know where it is right now. I think it's in my bedroom up on my shelf. But I have a journal where whenever I have what I think is a prophetic dream, or whenever anything psychic that happens to me or that I experience, I write it down in this journal. And sometimes I will have like a psychic session. So I'll pull I'll pull some tarot cards for myself. I'll read my tea leaves. I'll meditate and try to get messages from the other side. I do all this stuff and I write it all down in this journal. But I haven't had one of those sessions in a long time. I mean, I could actually tell you the exact time I did it last, because in the journal I write down the date. I haven't done that in forever. Um, but Ashley, hello. How's the land down under? I'm doing really good, thank you. Yeah, I think I'll do that tonight. I've said that so many times though, and I never end up doing it. But it would be a lot of fun to read my tea leaves and um, I don't know. Read my tea leaves, meditate, try to have some spooky experience. I would love that. And I just never end up doing it. This divot. Oh my God, I have a divot in my phone. It's always something else. Like maybe I'm just like, hang on, I'm like stressed out. Maybe if I like relax a little bit, it'll go away. Nope, still there. No. I don't like that. I don't like spiders, and I certainly don't like the thought of my face going through a spider web. Ugh, ugh. I don't like it. I don't like spiders. I don't like them near me. I don't like to know that they're in the same room as me. I kill spiders all the time. I kill them dead. That's right. Well, because I've been told my whole life that if a spider bites you, it's probably not a good thing. So of course I'm going to be terrified of them. Hello. So I kill them dead. Yeah, I'll be damned if a spider's going to bite me. Except daddy long legs. I like daddy long legs because they're fine. But like I don't kill daddy long legs. I just don't. But if I see like something that looks really fucked up, I'll kill it. Are there daddy long legs in New Zealand? There's got to be. I'm not sure if you even know what I'm talking about, but that's what we call them here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't kill those. Those are fine. If anything, they're gonna, you know, make a web in in some ceiling corner and get flies that I don't want. So daddy long legs are fine, but I don't know. Sometimes you look at a spider and you're just like thinking that thing is like diabolical. I have to kill it, and I will kill it. I will just smush it, dead, gone. Whatever light was behind that spider's eyes is now in a different dimension, away from me. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. Yep, gone. Bye bye. Sayonara. Arrivederci. Um, arrivederci. You know, one time, I don't know why, but I'm always saying grazie to people. Grazie. I think that's how Italians say thank you. I say it a lot, but I don't speak any Italian. I think I know like 3 or 4 words in Italian. Like I do not speak Italian. But last year I went on a cruise and the I was at the bar talking to strangers as you do. And the guy brought me my drink, and I was like, "Grazie, thank you." And all of a sudden, this woman came over to me, and she had a thick accent, and she said, "Do you speak Italian?" And she was like, I think from Italy. So I was like, "No, I don't speak Italian. Um, I just know a couple words." And she was like, "Wow, your Italian is really good." She thinks my Italian is good. I only know like a couple things. I mean, I'm like very good with languages, so as long as I'm not drunk. If I'm not like slurring and drunk, then I can like I'm good at I'm kind of a good mimic. So, I'm kind of good with languages. I'm not the best. I'm not the best at anything, but I can definitely like I can mimic sounds kind of well. I could probably be very good at Italian if I like learned it, but I'm not. I'm not learn. I like to study French sometimes, but even that, I'm like I don't know. I'm just lazy. Shut up. You Do you really do that? Do you really no, Ashley, for real? Do you really do that at bars? You really do that? You know what's so funny? I've kind of thought about doing something similar, which is that like I've never done this, but I've definitely thought about it and I've been prepared to do it, but I've never actually done it. But like if I'm walking down the street and like someone is walking in the opposite direction and it's like approaching me, I think, okay, if this person starts talking to me, I'm gonna reply in French. Okay. But I think the reason I've never done it is because I'm afraid, with my luck, it'll be someone that speaks French. And then I'm like, oh shit. Like, you know what I mean? I have thought about doing something very similar, which is just to reply in French and hope that, you know, the person just kind of gives up and leaves you alone. But it's like it's a risk because I never know if the person I do that to is actually going to be able to speak French too, in which case I don't know. Like it's a risk. You should literally do like fake sign language. uh, just fake sign language. Just absolutely make up stuff and then they'll leave you be. We suck. You do? Yeah, that's a good idea. This chair is so fucking uncomfortable. Look at this pillow that I have. You know, with me, everything has to be witchy. But I'm gonna take this pillow and put it under my butt because this chair is really pretty, but it's like hard. It's like uncomfortable. Um, what's up, Christian? How you doing? Can someone please ask me a tarot question because I think it's been an hour since I answered a tarot question. I've just been chit chatting and ask me something juicy. Ask me something good. Oh my God, Shirley, I thought you left. You probably did leave for a while, but it's like, look, it's kind of fancy looking. I really like this chair. It has like these button things. I don't know what you would call that, but it's a cool looking chair, but it's so uncomfortable. My dad bought this for me as a gift. Um, Kind of broke it a little bit though. Um, Red is a very interesting color. As a painter, I do love to paint like pictures and stuff. Red is a very weird color. It's very unique because it's the only color that you really cannot make lighter. If you add white to red, it just becomes pink. But every other color, if you add white to it, it just becomes a lighter shade of that color. Red is the only color, if you add white to it, it just becomes pink. It's very bizarre. You can make like you can make a lot of different shades of dark red, and you can do like reddish orange, reddish brown. Like you can mix colors and make a huge array of different shades. But there's no such thing as light red. There's just not. It's very weird. If you even add the tiniest bit of white paint to red, it just becomes pink. Some kind of shade of pink. It's cool. It's interesting. It's the only color like that. So I don't know what that means, but clearly God probably um, that's probably some kind of message about red or what red symbolizes or something. Um, anyway, my favorite color. I have two favorite colors. Now I think every color is beautiful. I'm not a huge fan of the color pink, but I still think it's beautiful and it has its place. But I mean, every color is beautiful. Every color is valid. I love all the colors. But my two favorite colors, and I've had this opinion for a long time. I love the color brown and I love the color green because brown and green, they come in so many different shades. There's so many different shades of brown and there's like so many different shades of green. And also those two colors remind me a lot of nature, trees and the earth and you know, they're good colors. I really love those colors. And they're really fun colors to paint with. Um, I made a painting of Buddha a few years ago, and it's one of my favorite paintings. I love Buddha. And it's like the Buddha itself is green, and it's all these different shades of green. And then the background is just a couple different shades of brown. Look on my Instagram, and I'm almost certain that it's on my Instagram, but Hey, Angelus, how you doing? Can we spy on someone? Wait, did I miss something? Okay, Ashley, that's a valid question. I like that question. Let me see. Like, I want to hook up with guys more, but I'm always too drunk and exhausted to actually, like, I mean, listen, when you're a gay guy, I'm a bottom. I mean, I'll be the top if you really want me to, but I'm like more of a bottom. And literally, if I'm gonna have sex, there's like 20 hoops that I have to jump through before it can actually happen. And so, like, I want to hook up more, but I'm always too exhausted to have to do all this stuff. Like, and then I end up just passing out. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so Ashley, you asked a question. Okay, let me see. Well, Shirley, you weren't here at the time, but I have a money tree in my apartment. I can see it. It's right there. And something like touched it. Like it was like moving um, a, a little while ago. It was kind of cool. Huh. I mean, Ashley, I feel like the answer is no, but I don't know. Ashley, I feel like he is kind of a problem. Like I'm not sure what it is, but um I don't think you're gonna hook up again, but something tells me that's actually a very good thing. So, I mean, something about him is problematic. Like, I, I mean, I have a feeling of what it is, but I never trust myself that much. But you really don't want him. I mean, Ashley, talk to me. Like, what's the problem with him? I feel like there's definitely a problem. He might be. I mean, I don't know, but maybe he's good looking. I don't know, but there's something with him that is like not good that you really don't like. Anyway, um, well, Angelus, there was a couple minutes ago. There was someone in the hallway because I live in an apartment building, so sometimes you hear the other neighbors like going in and out of their homes. Um, Anyway. Ghosts. Hang on, can I talk about something? Do you guys believe in ghosts? That's hard to say. That's a very hard word to say. Ghosts. To make that plural is like, ay, ay, ay. Well, the thing with me is like, you know, like we've all had supernatural experiences. Um, we've all seen things that were truly impossible unless there was the existence of the supernatural. Like we've all had those experiences. But I don't think it's a ghost. I mean, what does it mean to be a ghost? You're like the spirit of a person, the spirit of an actual person that's trapped in some kind of weird limbo dimension overlapping this one. And that's such like, I refuse to believe that God would do that to any spirit. Like, I don't believe that. I mean, we've all seen crazy things. Truly, we've all seen like supernatural things. But I doubt any of it was like the spirit of a person. Although it could be someone who passed away and that maybe they're trying to connect with you. I can kind of get on board with. But to think the spirit of an actual person is trapped in some kind of weird parallel overlapping dimension is that's horrible. That is absolutely horrible to think that that would that God would do that to someone, no matter how bad they were, no matter how problematic they were. Because I think God forgives and God makes people better. I don't think he's gonna like that. Just that whole concept. Just I have problems with that. All right. I think Angelus asked a question. Hang on, I have to scroll up. I've been running my gums. Um, okay. May I ask if the communication spell will work with the D? With the proper steps, of course. Okay. Do you guys hear that? The alarm on my tablet is going off. It's in the other room. Hang on, Angelus. I'm going to answer your question in like 2 seconds. Let me just go shut off that alarm. Okay? I'll be right back. And I'm back. So, Angelus wants to know about the communication spell. Will it work? All right. No, Shirley, I'm not working today. I have work tomorrow, but not today. There's a lot that I have to do today. Um, I am going to take a nap in a little while because I'm getting kind of drunk and I'm going to need to sleep it off a little bit. But Chumba, hello. Chumba has entered the chat. Hello from Scotland. Um, hmm. I don't know. Angelus, well, I think you have to really figure out what you want in the deepest parts of yourself, at the core of your being, your spirit. What do you want? Because I think you're going after the wrong thing. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you're trying to manifest something that is not what you want at the core of yourself. I mean, I don't know what that is, but because I'm seeing there's some kind of conflict here about what you're doing. Um, I'm not sure how to answer this. I feel like in my past few live streams, I've each live stream I've gotten about one or two questions about someone asking if some kind of spell that they did is working. And the reading, not they're not exactly the same cards, but it's a very similar kind of look to this. Two in reverse and one upright. Um, I don't know. It's been like a thing. Okay. How's everybody doing? Are we all doing good? Christian, can I get a general for the day? Okay. Let me see. Oh, no. Ugh. God. Hang on. Hang on, people. Always dropping the cards. Hi, Ari. All right. Right now I'm answering for Christian. He wants a general for the rest of the day. So basically, some kind of message that's going to help you today. If you even need help. Well, Christian, I think you're going to have a really good day. And it's funny because there are things that are going to go wrong. And, it's not going to be perfect. But for some reason, that's really not going to bother you. Like, I definitely get this feeling that, it's like today you're going to be invincible. Anyway, I'm seeing really good energy today. I'm not sure why, and like I said, things will go wrong, but you're not going to be bothered by any of it. It's not going to matter to you. When things go wrong, you're not going to care. You're just going to be somehow you're going to be in a good mood anyway. Like, you're going to be on top of the world today. All right? Okay, question. Please, does Billy, who's also from Scotland, think of me sometimes? Okay. I love being with you guys. You guys are a lot of fun. Who am I? Rosa. Okay. Oh, shit. This one wants to come out. So does Billy think of Rosa sometimes? And honestly, Rosa, what I'm trying to focus on is not only does he think of you, but what does he think of you? Okay? Just to let you know. That's kind of what I'm focusing on right now. Not only does he, but what does he? Well, he definitely thinks of you. Wait, is it a he? Hang on, I have to scroll up. I could have sworn it said he. Oh, yeah, Billy. Okay, Billy's a he. I think Billy does think about you. Um, and Rosa, I think Billy really does feel bad about what he did wrong. So, I mean, take that however you want to, but he really does feel regret. He feels bad about what he did wrong. I can see that clearly in this card. There's regret. You know, he really wishes he did things differently. Um, and you said he was a jerk to me. Okay. I do think he likes you. Um, but huh. I don't know. You know, what I'm getting from this reading is that you should forget about him. You know, I mean, take it as an opportunity to learn, but just move on. Never again ask a tarot card reader about Billy. You don't need to spend your time wondering about him. Um, keep him in your memories, but and learn from it, but like move on. Because there's also one card here that tells me that if he was to come up again in the future, it would just be conflict. So, anyway, all right. Okay, I think up next is Millie. Are you still here, Millie? And then it's Airy. Millie, then Airy. Okay, Millie's still here. And she wants to know how the exam will go. I'm sorry, I'm like half drunk right now, so just have some patience with me. Okay. All right, Millie. You want to know how the exam will go. Millie, um, is your teacher a guy? Because this card is coming up. So I definitely feel a very masculine energy in whatever situation you're in. I'm assuming it's the teacher. But I think you're going to do very well. You're going to do well on the exam. Um, you're going to do a lot better than you think you're going to do. So, Millie, I would work on your confidence because I feel like you know this stuff, but for some reason, you're doubting yourself. I mean, Millie, you're very smart. I don't know why you're doubt. I mean, you asked the question. Listen, all throughout school, I knew going into a test if I was going to do well, because I know if I know the material. I know it or I don't know it. You know what I mean? Um, like when I was in school, I knew if I would do well or not. So for you to even ask the question, there's definitely some doubt there, but I'm not sure why because you're really, really smart and I feel like you really do know this material. I don't know why you're even asking. Um, I don't know. It's weird, but anyway. Okay. You're welcome. And Millie, you're gonna do good. Okay. Okay. Man, I want to get in on this conversation, but I still have questions to answer. Okay. After Millie, I think it was Airy. God, I have to look through all these comments. Um, Airy. Here it is. Okay, Airy. Can you tell me why Raphael is such a flirt towards girls besides me? Like, is he just trying to explore his options? I do wish he can only flirt with me. However, I'm and him aren't exclusive. Okay. I mean, Ari, just as a person, just me, Marco, Raphael seems kind of like a shitty person, but I actually don't know. That's what I want to say to you, but I'm going to pull some cards and see what like God wants me to say to you. I mean, I know you're not exclusive yet, but you are somewhat together, and he's also like flirting with other people. It just seems so shitty. It's not something I would do, but I mean, let's just see what needs to be said. Um, I mean, Airy. I mean, Airy. It seems to me that he's a very unserious person. Um, he's kind of a flake, and I mean, Ari, I can clearly see in this reading that he's not going to give you commitment. He's not going to, because I know based on these cards, I know that what you want is a boyfriend, someone who loves you and only you. I know that about this reading. And I don't think you're going to get that from this guy. I mean, I think it's fine to have fun with him just for the time being, but keep your eyes open for someone special. Well, no, I know you don't expect him to commit right away, but I don't think he's the kind of person that will ever commit. Do you know what I mean? Listen, he's not the evilest person in the world, but just keep your eyes open for someone else. Sexually, if you want to have fun with him, that's fine. But he's not like your king. He's not like what we're all looking for. Um, anyway, moving on. Oh, this is empty. Hmm. I'm like half drunk and ugh. I hate alcohol. Alcohol is Satan. It is the devil. Like, ugh. Well, Ari, let me say this to you. I just I want you to move forward and I want you to trust what I said, but also be very skeptical. Okay? I'm not even sure what I just said to you because I'm forgetting things. But just whatever the fuck I said, let it be in your heart a little bit, but I don't know. Hmm. Okay, I will be right back. Give me about 1 minute. And I'm back. God. I'm like, I'm getting a little drunk, and I just made myself another drink. So I guarantee you by the end of this one, I'm going to be passed out in bed. So I doubt this live stream is going to last that much longer. Okay, we have a question about Lady Gaga. This is crazy. Um, and I'm here for it. Okay. Um, um, I'm gonna call you Pedro because I don't know how to say that first thing. Um, Hello, it's my first time here. Will Lady Gaga receive 8 nominations at the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards? Okay, 8 is a very specific number, but I mean, this is ridiculous, but I'm kind of here for it. So, what I will do is I will pull some cards and I will get a feeling for the energy um, when it comes to Lady Gaga and the awards. Like, what's the vibe? Is it exciting? Is it really good? Is it kind of, is it something else? Um, I do think that's a valid question. It's out there. It's very out there, but I'll pull some cards. I need to go to bed. uh, I need to go to sleep. Oh, God. Oh, I have so much to do today. Okay. So Pedro wants to know about Lady Gaga. And by the way, I love Lady Gaga. I think she came out with some really good stuff. I'm not a big fan of her recent music, but I don't even care. She has blessed the world with countless wonderful pieces of music. So there's a very special place in heaven for her. Um, well, I think the name was Pedro. Pedro, she will be nominated for awards. Maybe not as many as you would hope, not as many as you would think, but I do see her. I'm just seeing good energy for her. So, um, and with this card, I'm definitely seeing something being given to her. So she's gonna win something, but I don't think it's as many as you would think. But at least one, she's gonna get something. And I can't help but feel whatever she's gonna win, it's really gonna change the way that people think about her or see her. So I'm assuming it's like something. Well, if it's gonna change the way that people think about her, it's probably something she's never won before, or I don't know. But anyway, okay, moving on. I feel like talking about celebrities it's almost in the same vein as talking about politics, and it kind of makes me sick. So, as much as I love Lady Gaga, that was kind of tough for me to answer. Um, God. All right. Hi, Arnold. I'm just scrolling up and I'm trying to see if there's something I'm meant to do. I can't do this right now. Substances are a bitch. A real fucking bitch. Arnold's question was, why do you look like a model? Yeah, about the Instagram thing. Um, well, I mean, the pictures of me on Instagram, I'm wearing like a pound of makeup, and I certainly cherry picked the ones that were good. So, I mean, that's really not what I look like. Um, I mean, look at me. In reality, I look like a foot. Someone's dirty, unpedicured foot. And I'm fine with that. Whatever. You know, I've made peace with it. Uh-huh. Yeah. If I'm wearing no makeup and you see me in person, if I mean, I look like something you find living under a rock. I I'm real like whatever. You can't argue with destiny, so that's just the way it is. Whatever. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Look at me. Look at me. Listen, I have eyes too. Okay? I have eyes. I can see what I look like. I'm not exactly winning any beauty contests. Like, I get it. I'm not the most atrocious looking person you'll see in the world, but I'm certainly not winning any contests. So, like, okay. I mean, I get it. Like, you want to be nice to me. That's, I love that. But let's be real. Earth, air, fire, and water. You know what I'm saying? Okay. God. By the way, I just like burned my chair. I dropped I dropped coals from this stupid cigarette. I dropped coals on this couch and now there's this like black streak. Oh well. Mm. Oh yeah. Listen, you should see some of the guys that come into my work. Oh my god. The guys I see. Oh, they're so out of my league. I mean, some of the guys that come into my work, they are so fucking good looking. Ugh. Like, I look at them and I think, well, I'm so sorry that you have to look at me and but if you ever need a kidney, I will give you an organ. You probably don't want any of my organs because they're probably very damaged, but if you're like that desperate, you can come to me. I'll give you an organ. Um, oh God, some of the guys that come into my work are so hot. And then I'm standing there like taking their orders or whatever, and I'm like trying to just remain calm, like yeah, stupid booze. You know, there's this one guy that comes into my work, and I swear, if he ever asked me for my number, like, I think I would have a stroke. I'm not sure what would happen because I'm not psychic. I can't see the future. Well, shit, I shouldn't say that because I'm like here as a tarot card reader. But there's this one guy that comes into my work. He is so he's such a man. Like he's so manly and he's so hot. If he if he ever was like, "Hey Marco, can I have your number?" I would say, "Why? Like why? Who put you up to this?" Like I couldn't believe it. If he ever asked me for my number, I would have a very hard time believing that he's just some guy who was interested in me. Yes, the plumber guy. Well, I think he's a plumber. I think he's a plumber. I mean, I could have sworn I saw on his shirt it said something about plumbing or whatever. But I would be so paranoid. I would think like there's no way in hell that that man would ask me for my number. I would be paranoid. I would think it's like some kind of plot to kill me. I'm not sure what I would think, but like I could never. I mean, you you would want my number. Like why? Like I oh, I wish I could show you guys his like I wish I could show you guys a picture of him. Oh, oh my god. He's really attractive. Like, oh my god. God, oh. I'm sorry. I'm kind of boy crazy, but if he ever asked me for my number, I think I would probably get like really lightheaded and I think I wouldn't feel very good. Like, ugh. Oh, but what I said yesterday on the live stream, get this. You're going to think I'm a genius. Okay. So, I really want to hook up with a hot guy, but I mean, look at me. How could I possibly hook up with a hot guy? But this is so genius. Listen to this. So, I have to find a gay guy who's really hot, who's blind. A blind guy will hook up with me. I mean, he can't see anything. I'm just saying. Am I a genius or what? Like, if I see a guy come into my coffee shop who's like using the stick, like, that like stick that blind people have, if he's hot, I will jump on that. Like, "Oh, are you do you happen to be gay?" "Oh, okay. Well, I would really like to go out with you or, you know, meet up or whatever." Or no, like, I would try to be, like, nonchalant about it, like, yes or no or, whatever. Um, try to act cool. I have to find a blind guy. I'm really smart. Bam. Ah. Mm. Yes, a shirtless cowboy, in jeans. Oh my god. A guy who's really in good shape. He's wearing no shirt, but he's wearing blue jeans and like a cowboy hat. Ah, 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 ah. I really, really like men. Yeah, I really like men. Yes, I do. It's just part of who I am. Oh, God. God, I'm so drunk. This'll help. Yeah, just drink more liquor. That'll help this situation. Okay, well, give me 1 second. I'll be back in about 1 minute. Yashi. Yashi, shut up. Yes, I had to pee. Leave me alone. Okay. God. Mm. My God. Alcohol is Satan. Like, I mean, my God, it's not even 7 in the morning. And I'm like drunk and exhausted. Like, ugh. Um, the fries were good. I made fries yesterday that weren't that good, but the first time I made them, they were good. My God, someone asked a question. Rara, can I get a general? Okay. God, I don't have energy for this. Like, I can't. I can't. Okay. Somebody wants a general. Just say some kind of thing to them, and you know, I hope and pray to God that whatever I say is something helpful to this person. Okay, a general. For Rara. I need to go to sleep. I need to go to sleep. Oh. All right, number 2 and number 3. Okay. A general for Rara. I can't do this. Why can't they make alcohol that like doesn't get you drunk or make you exhausted? They can do all this other stuff, but they can't make fake liquor. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. You can do all this crazy weird stuff, but you can't do this for me? Like, I'm upset. Okay, anyway. Rah. God, I need to sleep. My fucking God. I don't remember what the question was, but I pulled some cards. Okay. Rah. You want a general. Okay. Well, Rara, I think it's time to start thinking about your future. Um, your priorities are really not where they're supposed to be. Um, you are very powerful. You don't have a disability. You know, you're fully abled. You can get, and I think a lot of this is about money, but um, I mean, I don't get it. Like, you're fully abled. So why don't you reach for the stars? Why don't you get a job and get training that will give you lots and lots of money? I mean, I don't get it. I would kill to be able to like pursue something that makes me lots of money. I'm only human. I love money. Like I love money. But I don't get who am I reading for? Rara. I mean, anyway. I need to sleep. I need to sleep. Okay. Hmm. There are things that I really have to do today. I really need to go to the bank. You know, what was the other thing? I have to go to the bank. Um, fuck. There were other things that I have to do today, but I'm not remembering. God, I need to sleep. Alcohol is Satan. Listen, anyone who's watching me, never drink. Alcohol is literally the devil. It is a substance and it is Satan. Okay? Fuck. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. Okay. I mean, it just sucks because I'm having fun with you guys, but all of this drinking is making me very tired. I really feel like I need to sleep. I wish I could spend more time with you, but I'm exhausted. Like, I need to go to dreamland, but Hmm. I just hate it. Like, mm. Okay, well, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go. I'm hammered and ugh, I need to go take a nap. I have to sleep this off. So, thank you for coming. Um, Shirley and Ari and Yashi and Chumba, all you guys. I really enjoyed talking to you, but like, let me put it this way. There is an energy that's on me. It's really powerful. It's making me exhausted. So I just gotta go. Like, clearly, God wants me to go to sleep right now, and that's the way it has to be. Like, you can't really argue with God. I mean, I'm so exhausted, and I guess this is the way it has to be. It's the way it is. So, um, all right. Bye, everybody. Bye, everyone. Love you all. I'll be live again tomorrow morning.